Hi guys, my name is Ejira. Welcome to my channel. Today I'll be sharing with you my pregnancy story, the complications, everything that happened along the way. Okay, so pregnancy started very normal and okay for me. There were no issues. Um, I noticed my bump was obvious at about 22 weeks, and everything was going perfectly fine. Then towards the end of trimester, I noticed that my feet started to swell. If I stand for a while, or if I'm stressed out, even at work, I'll just sit down at work and drop my feet on the floor, and before I know it, it will start to swell up. So I complained at the hospital, and I was asked to always use something to prop up my feet to lift it up so that there will be no issues. Like the fluid will not settle there and it won't swell up. So that was the only thing I was dealing with in pregnancy. And then my feet became so big at a point that all my shoes were no longer my size. So I started wearing my husband's slippers. You won't believe this. Normally, I wear size 39, but my husband's shoe is 42 to 43, and that was what could fit me. And even that was tight. It was a bit tight on my feet. That's to tell you how bad this thing was. So I kept trying to manage it. I was wearing his slippers to work. I had no other option. Then one day, I guess he just wanted me to at least feel better. So he sent someone who sells shoes to my office. The lady came. I tried all the shoes she had. None of them was my perfect fit. So well, I was about to close at that point as I told her that I was going home, and she said she was going my way. So I decided to give her a ride. So when we got to the junction of my house, it was on the main road. So I parked by the roadside, and there was one of these sandals I really liked. So I said, okay, let me just try it one more time. Maybe it will be my size or something like that. I tried it, and while I was trying it, I just looked through my side mirror, and guys, you won't believe this. A car was coming directly towards me, like he was coming on full speed, top speed. I didn't know what to do. I just turned on my hazard light immediately. That was the only thing I could do at that point because it was too late. It was really close, and I don't know. I just know it was God. This guy missed me by maybe 4 inches, and then just right in front of my car, he was able to stop his car. And then he came down. He was apologizing that he had his car lost control, or his brakes failed. I don't know what happened, but he lost control of the car, and he was trying to stop it, and thank God he stopped it without hitting me. My tummy was like big. I wasn't even on seat belt, so you can imagine what the impact would have done to me and the baby. Maybe I would have even hit the steering or something. I was so scared. My heart was pumping, like beating out of my chest. It was just a crazy thing. And then the guy was making a phone call, trying to call his mechanic and everything. And from out of nowhere, another truck lost control again and came and cleared one side of this guy's car out. Like it was just crazy. And then a guy came to me, and he was like, "What are you still doing here? This place is dangerous." Apparently that day it rained. That was the first rain last year, and maybe the roads were slippery. I don't know what happened to cause that, but I was scared, like for myself, for the baby. My heart was beating even till I got home. So I got home, everything continued normally. I went for my next appointment, and the doctors told me my blood pressure was high. I thought it was because of the accident. Maybe I was the fear, or I don't even know. That was just what I thought. I thought after some days everything will return back to normal, but that was the beginning of another journey. I started Every day I go to the hospital, they'll tell me, "Madam, your blood pressure is too high. It could lead to the placenta being ruptured or something like that." So I was placed on some drugs, like the highest dose of labetalol and nifedipine. So I kept taking the drugs, hoping that the blood pressure will come down, but Nothing worked. It was so terrible at a point. The blood pressure was extremely high. The doctor said it was pregnancy induced high blood pressure, PID, and they placed me on I was admitted for 1 week. I was placed on bed rest, and they kept giving me my drugs, and after a while my feet reduced a bit, the blood pressure came down, and I was discharged. That was after 1 week. So I went back to work, and the blood pressure came back to where it was. So the doctors were really worried for my safety. They kept telling me not to miss my drugs, to always come to the office, gave me numbers to call if I noticed that my blood pressure is above a certain level. And there's a clinic at my place of work, so I just every day I'll just go there, check the blood pressure, and then I was monitoring it. So after that, I was already in my final trimester. The doctors kept saying we may have to do an emergency CS at 37 weeks. At first, at 36 weeks, I didn't want it. So later, at 37 weeks, they said the same thing. Then they said, okay, the blood pressure is being managed. Let's leave it to 38 weeks. We got to 38 weeks, the same thing. Then finally, okay, they asked me to come to the hospital at 38 weeks. I went, and they were fumigating the hospital, so I had to go back home. I was asked to go back since everything was normal. Then at 39 weeks I was asked to come back again. I went back, and I was induced. After I was induced about 12 midnight, and I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel any labor pain till about 10 a.m. when the doctors came. I was like, nothing is happening. They said, no. The doctors checked, and they were like, oh, you're contracting. I said, okay. Someone even joked about me being a Hebrew woman. I was very proud of myself. Then my water broke at about 12 in the afternoon. So I was taken to the labor ward. That was where the real pain started. I couldn't take it. Like, it was so painful. I've never felt any kind of pain like that. And they'll come and check and say 2 cm. They'll check again after like 2 hours and 3 cm. After a while, it was 5 cm, and that was the highest I got to till about 10 midnight, when the doctors kept taking my urine sample to check, and then they said I had protein in my urine, and it had become pre-eclampsia. So they couldn't take any chances at that point, and they said we should go straight for emergency CS. It was like cold ice block was poured on my head at that point, because I had it. The pain was too much. I don't know if it's because I was induced or if that's the normal labor pain, but man, I wasn't having it anymore. I just wanted the CS so they could get that baby out of me. And finally, my baby was born. I went for the CS, the baby was born. I went back to my room. I was very happy. I kept saying, no, I want to see him, I want to see him. They said they took him to um what's the name of this place again? They took him to the children's ward. I can't remember the name. And I couldn't see him at that point, but they started giving him formula. He was healthy, and he was discharged, and I was still awake, so I sent messages to everybody saying, oh, our baby has been born, thank you for your love and your support and everything. Oh, I forgot one part. While I was going through that high blood pressure thing, my friends organized the baby shower. It was beautiful. It was just like a breath of fresh air to take away the stress. I was so stressed at work at that time, and I was really happy to have that baby shower. It was very, very helpful. So, well, that's my pregnancy story. Thank God David is one now. He's walking and being very, very awesome. A handful. Thank you all for watching. Please, if you like this video, click on the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification